Okay, again, guys, I apologize. I was trying to hurry up and speak fast, and I was like, oh no, I don't need the other phone because it's not gonna cut off. So I truly do apologize, you guys, that it cut off right in the middle of what I was getting ready to say. But let's wait and let's get a couple of people on here before we actually get started and go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and send this out to a few people here, let them know we're back on. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Mondays as usual. At 8 o'clock I'm usually here doing the videos, so make sure that you let someone know and share with a friend, and I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get some people on here. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started as they come in, but you all can share it out once it hits your pages and things like that, okay? Alright, so I just wanted to share with you all that it's okay to step outside of your zone. Like some people say, I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. Okay, yeah. Well, it's cool sometimes, but sometimes you have to be able to step outside of your zone, okay? Whether you're comfortable or uncomfortable, okay? Sometimes we get in the comfortable zone where we're just like, okay, everything's good. I'm loving this. I don't have to move nowhere because this is good, Then you have other people that are in the uncomfortable positions where they feel like they have to stay in that position because they know it's uncomfortable, and then they're going through this transition phase where they feel like, okay, as long as I'm uncomfortable, I know that something is going right. I know that there's something that I'm doing right, because it wouldn't be this uncomfortable. I wouldn't feel as shaken like this if I wasn't doing the right thing, right? So I'm here to tell you today, when I'm in my zone, comfortable or uncomfortable, like I know how things are supposed to be. I know how I'm going to react to situations. I know how I'm going to handle certain situations. I know how things are going to go at home. I have a schedule. I have everything down pat, okay? But I apologize if it's so windy out here, but I'm out of town right now. I told you guys I was in New York, so it is very windy out here, so if you hear the wind, please excuse that. I really do apologize. But like I was saying, usually I have a schedule that I keep up with, so I'm in my zone constantly. I know exactly what it is that I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. But I came here, and there were certain things that I found that I needed to kind of do a shift with in my life, as far as when it comes down to having a family, when it comes down to the normal activities that I normally do. Some of you know that I used to work for the government, so a lot of my time I spent at work, and then I would go pick the kids up from daycare, go home, rush, pick something to eat up, because we were getting off at like sometimes 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I rush home, let the kids eat, get them bathed and everything, and then in bed. Okay, so now I'm starting to see that I don't have that routine anymore. I don't have that schedule anymore. So what do? I'm so comfortable with doing that now that it comes natural, that even though I'm not working a 9 to 5 anymore or whatever, I don't have to continue to use that same schedule. So you have to get outside of that. When I got here, I was looking at my boyfriend's family and how they interact with each other, and how they do things when it comes down to being a family and having family gatherings and things like that. And I told him, I said, that's one thing that I really do admire about your family, is the fact that you know, you guys are whole. Like, y'all can sit down just on a regular day. It don't have to be a holiday, but everybody's over at one house. Y'all are cooking, you know, y'all having fun, you know, telling jokes, all of that good stuff, okay? That's something that I don't do normally, okay? We do it on holidays, special occasions, you know, things like that, but not just on a regular day, you know. We actually don't do it like that. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I start to incorporate some of these family life skills into my everyday routine, because I don't cook every day. Okay? But I want to be able to start doing that, because I know that, you know, number one, it's better. You know, the food is nowadays in the fast food arena is sucking a little bit, you know, because it's not so healthy for you. It's not healthy for your kids. It's causing obesity and things like that, health problems. You know, even like for me, I can't eat a lot of fast food because I have migraines really bad, and if I have a real bad migraine bad enough, it's going to trigger a blackout. So, you know, I try not to eat a lot of fast foods and things like that. But back to my zone. We went to, well, something came up on Saturday night, and you know, me and my boyfriend, we were talking about it, and, you know, learning how to communicate better and deal with certain things. And then we went to church on Sunday. And when we went to church on Sunday, lo and behold, what am I hearing? Something that, you know, that I needed to hear. I needed to hear that word, because that word actually caused me to have a shift in how I do things and how I present myself with certain situations. Because see, sometimes we think back and we're like, you know what, back in the day I didn't play that, okay? Or back in the day this is what I would have did. Or, you know, just last month, you know, I had that same situation happen, and I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be done. Let me show you, you know. But you can't live your life like that, in that same zone continuously. You have to be okay with the change. You have to be okay with the shift. And one of the things that I realized also was the fact that we were, you know, I was here in this atmosphere because I'm not in my normal zone. I was able to, you know, grasp a hold. I could hear God speaking to me. You know, I could hear him telling me, okay, this is what you're going to do next. Okay, this is where you need to go. I need you to start writing right now. You know, when you're outside of your zone, you can actually hear God speak to you, because all of the chaos that's around you, you can't really hear. So here I am thinking that I'm just on vacation. I'm gonna go have a good time. You know, the kids are gone for the summer. Brandon's working his job, you know, all of that good stuff. But in actuality, this was for me to receive what God had for me. You know, he has a plan for every single one of us, okay? And you don't want to mess that plan up because you're not obedient to what he's trying to get you to do, you know? And that's the last thing that I want to do. I don't want to be disobedient, okay? Because I've been blessed on top of blessed on top of blessed. So, you know, when I actually realized that that's what was going on yesterday after we left church, you know, listening to the word, he was saying, you know, sometimes we ask God to, you know, heal our hearts, to heal our bodies, heal our mind, heal our spirits, you know, things like that. But we don't ask God to, after he's done the healing, can he make us whole, okay? And that is the one thing that I really wanted to share with you guys, because even though I've been through a lot, I've been through the healing process, you know, I've already felt like, you know, I've been, you know, made whole again, but there was still one more thing that I needed to ask for, and I never did. And that was for Jesus Christ to be a part of me, you know, 100% in everything that I do. In everything that I do, make sure that you know that he died for your sins. He died for my sins. He died so that we can have an abundant life, okay? I was not able to, you know, really grasp the whole thing of this before, simply because, you know, sometimes we get in our little thing where we feel like, okay, yeah, you know, I got this purpose that I know I have to fulfill, and if I'm not fulfilling this purpose, then how am I going to get to the next level? I could pray about it, but faith without works is dead. You know how we like to quote the scriptures and stuff, but sometimes he's just saying, I need you to rely on me, solely on me, 100%. Even though that you have to do whatever you got to do. You got to meet your purpose. You got a deadline. You got to write this book. You got to do these speaking engagements. All these different things. Whatever it is that you have to do, you have to make sure that you are including him 100%, making him a part of your life totally, okay? Totally making him a part of your life. Now, I really felt like yesterday was a turning point for me, because I was able to see that there were certain things that I needed to change with myself, okay? Number one, I think that, I love family. I really do. But, I've been set in my ways with doing non-traditional things. Being in the military, we never did things so traditional. It was like, hey, we gonna have Christmas over here, everybody come over here, or we gonna just do a cookout or something like that, or we all going away for Christmas. We didn't stay home very much for Christmas. So there were a lot of things that I saw yesterday that, I really just felt like needed to be changed. And that was one of them, spending more time with family, making sure that everybody knows that, you have a place here, you have a space here, and I had to leave in order to see that, because I didn't see it like that before. Even on Father's Day, we went over to my mom's house, and I didn't really want to go, but my boyfriend wanted to go because my mom was cooking. He greedy, okay? So so he wanted to go and eat. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll go, because I know if we don't go and she gonna cook this cornbread because you asked for cornbread, we gonna have a problem, okay? So I went over there, and even though I didn't want to be there, I had a really good time. I really did. But sometimes we feel like we're so non-traditional that you have to do things your way, and your way is the only way it can be done. And I am a little bit selfish sometimes, so I had to figure that out for myself, and I saw it like so clear this weekend. Another thing is, like I said, I want to be able to have more family time with making sure that my kids are eating a certain way, that we're doing family nights again, and things like that. Some of those things that really got away from me that I used to do, that I don't really do like that anymore. So I'm sharing these things with you guys because I'm so real. Like, I'm a realist, and some people think that because you have you're an author, you're a speaker, and most of the time you're on Facebook, people see you in the street, they see you with your t-shirt, you got a certain name, it's a certain way that you carry yourself, and they think that you got it all together. But it's really not like that. Everybody has their own demons to deal with, okay? So don't ever think that somebody is so much better than you, they don't go through the same things that you do, or even worse sometimes, okay? One of the things that I really wanted to change also was the fact that I wanted to be able to do a little bit more traveling as well. But traveling is going to be something that I'm going to have to figure out how to do with my children, okay, with my family. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to keep things together. So everything now is focusing and based around family, okay? And I think that that's something that we all need to remember. You can have the business, you could be the entrepreneur, you can work, all of that good stuff, but you have to make sure that you can keep the whole picture together, because it will fall apart, it will crumble if you're not careful, okay? And like I said, I just really believe that this was something, it was an eye-opener for me being here this weekend. I was taught that I need to have more patience. I need to be able to not deal with things the same way that I used to deal with things. So everybody has their time to learn their lesson. So I really just hope and pray that you guys will get this, and that whatever it is that you feel like you have to change, or you have to edit, whatever you have to fix in your lives, you do that before it's too late, because you don't want to be sitting back thinking about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I should have done this, I could have done that different, I would have done that if I had the time, if I had thought about it earlier, I would have done that. We have no excuses because everything is so accessible to us now. You're able to hear me speak on Mondays. I always try to give y'all something real. I'm such a realist that I want to share my personal testimonies with you guys, because I have issues, I have problems just like you do. Okay, so just take some time out tonight and figure out what are some things that you might need to step outside of your zone with. Okay, because sometimes we don't realize that the things that we're doing, it's just routine. It's business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So, we need to figure out what we need to do in order to switch that up, pretty much. Okay? So, I hope that you all get this video. I do apologize that it cut off like that, the way that it did, but I had to go and get his phone because mine was completely dead. Okay? So, I will talk with you guys soon. Like I said, if you need to reach me, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Shonda Alexis, Dazzling Dewts, DEWTS. And you can also find me at under my book title, Journey Through the Eyes of a Teen Mom, on Facebook. Okay, that is an actual closed group, so if you want to be a part of that, just send me a request and I'll be able to let you guys in. Okay, so I know that I said we were going to start that today, but I'm out of town and I couldn't travel with but so much stuff, so I had a few that I sold, so I don't have no books with me. What you doing? So she won't know what I'm doing. But I'll see you guys later, because I guess they're ready for me to come in and eat. Okay. So I will talk with you later. Remember that sometimes it's okay to be outside of your zone. Step outside your zone. Don't let nobody keep you there if it's comfortable or uncomfortable. Okay, sometimes you have to veer off somewhere so that you can get what you need and come right back to it. Okay, and just bounce back. So remember, nobody can do you better than you, so be great at who God has called you to be. And I will talk with you all again throughout the week. Hopefully get y'all some more pictures tonight before we leave in the morning. And I will see you all soon. Bye.